Yeah, be careful for him. Be careful around him if he goes to CEO. I'm not sure if he is going to CEO, though.
But while I'm sitting here and waiting for Lekovic to go on here, pleasure you guys out there. So, all the viewers, fans, it's Rodimus here, as always. And I want to thank you for taking the time through the years to always sit here and support the Iacon Battle Circuit, those that do vibe with me and that appreciate what it is that I built here systemically, both for PlayStation, through PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5's era, and for the little bit of time I've been doing this here on PC too. I appreciate you guys taking the time to come and establish yourselves to create your own patches of history every time I open up the book for you guys to come in and do your thing and tell the community who you are, what you do, what you love, and get a chance to also get a handful of nice runbacks, right?
Yeah.
So my main announcement here is, for at least for the time being, what I want to do is respectfully step down on hosting the standard Iacon PC push at this time, mainly because I don't really want to clutter the lane too much between KLB doing his push and Neo Judai doing his push. So I respectfully want to step back from the action and have this be like a good pin in the system for the time being. I'm not quitting this altogether. I'm just going on ahead and I'm going to retract it for the time being. What I am going to do for the PC side, though, is I'm going to continue to push the road to Iacon Advent, since it took me a large amount of time with a lot of resources from EU, NA, and Training Mode Network in order to fully establish that pipeline to have Dragon Ball get its beginner and intermediate locality complete and established. I'm going to keep focusing that way. Eventually it'll make a whole new batch of not only new Iacon warriors, but it'll make a new batch of general Dragon Ball Fighters warriors. That way it'll be more people out there that you guys can worry about, or more people that you guys can throw hands with that'll be on decently even footing. It'll take some time to cultivate, but I think it'll be worth the while and worth the wait. On that notion, the next event I know is going to be Iacon 13. That's going to be the pinnacle of Iacon. This is going to be our very first pinnacle on Dragon Ball Fighters. And that one I've been saving up for since I made my transition here to PC, in terms of doing PlayStation and PC both, being a hybrid player. Since I made the conversion here when rollback was first announced at beta, I've been saving up gradually over the past 2.5 years for this exact Iacon. This is going to be an Iacon that I've been saving up for the point to rival Bum's House of Chaos in terms of the magnitude and the type of skill and stakes that I want involved in this. And I aim to try and find at least a couple of decent commentators for that when the time comes. When we get to the end of KLB's program is when I'll try and have something for this area of conversation for Iacon ready to roll. On that notion, I will instead, for PC, for Iacon, I want to refer you to all my contacts, because I also want to practice what I preach. I want to refer you guys to King Lord Beerus and the Dead Zone Circuit. Season 2 is live right now, so if you guys want to, go on ahead and definitely seek to support KLB. KLB has been one of my homies since the dawn of PlayStation 4. Me and him have been literally like the Batman and Robin of Dragon Ball Fighters. I wouldn't even have half of the stuff that I could do without him. I also want you guys to follow Neo Judai and the Motivation Academy. They still have stuff that's going to be going on up until he's going to introduce a new balancer with trying to do some Marvel Tokens in conjunction with Dragon Ball Fighters. That's another pivot you guys can take a look into. For exhibitions, if you guys aren't tournament people, there is also an avenue for you guys. So you can also take a look at the Dragon's Pit. The Dragon's Pit is a very good place to go. That's basically like UFC style fighting and boxing. You can book matches with anybody you want. first to 3, first to 5, first to 7, be a main event ticket, what have you, and go in there and show your stuff. Get yourself out there, put yourself on the map. And lastly was also Kano So Serious. Kano also came up into the scene recently with his own iteration and his own take on that same UFC style assessment. But it's not just for Dragon Ball. It does focus Dragon Ball, but it focuses a many assortment of games that he hosts with friends and with family. This is going to be the Madhouse. All these are also going to be things that I talk about on the Vine, because I'm also going to tweet this out later on tonight. Oh, you're welcome, Starks. All these are going to be tweeted out later on tonight in conjunction with the initial tweet here once I finish this all up. So, King Lord Beerus, Neo Judai, Last of the Starks, and Kano So Serious. So those of you guys in my following until I return fully for standard PC Iacon. I want you guys to visit those guys, support the ecosystem, and keep it aloft. All of us here always have to stick together, and the key point is to always stick together. That way, the main thing that we love here always stays alive. It never dies out as long as they're here and as long as we have each other. Absolutely, Iron Fist. We have to make the point here in order to look out for each other and to stay establishing our connections in order to productively keep this going. And that's how I do this. That's what a community is supposed to do. A group of community is people who care about one another. And we all love this game, which means that we all have to show that we are a community. We did not get a chance to really do this last generation, but we're really working on this generation. And the last part of my announcement is that same energy that I'm going to pivot from PC. I'm going to push this towards PlayStation 5 at this time in order to advance the PlayStation scene further. I want to push more collabs in order to meet more people out there that have been anxious or weary about approaching me or approaching my cohorts. There's nothing to be scared of. We're just regular people. And I want to take that same opportunity and whatnot, like what I have here, in order to create more monsters and shadow bosses that people don't know or probably will ever know. I have the support from Dead Zone Circuit. I have the support of Titan's Tower. I have the support of Nikito the One. Shout outs to Nikito the homie. Me and him had a hell of a good journey in trying to give PlayStation 4 its final rights before it got shut out of the mix. And everybody at his following supports me continuing a lot of that same ideology. And that's exactly what I aim to do in order to try and make sure I can bring PlayStation to the dance. PS5 doesn't really have that much of a footing right now, or it just keeps getting forgotten in a lot of the mix in our growing evolutions and practices. And that does need to change going further. And I would rather be the practitioner of that change rather than say, why can't somebody else do it? I'll just do it. I'm right here. But anywho, those are all the announcements that I have for you guys today in order to talk about where PC Iacon is going, where PlayStation Iacon is going. I'm not going anywhere. I just am trying to clean up my plate productively. That way it's not so much on my plate every day or every time I go to host something. And it helps to show you guys that there is a network here that's to serve you so we all can still enjoy the game that we love, right? That's all. That's mainly all my announcements that I wanted to talk to you about. If you guys have any questions or comments, let me know in the comment section and I'd be happy to answer them all. Dangel and Silence, if you guys are there, let me know who you would like for me to raid. This is your guys' stream. You guys' grand finals. Let me know who you want me to raid and I'll go on ahead and send them out. Now you're good, Dangel. I'll wait a second, then I'll send it to him. So real quick, let me go ahead and switch my stream thing here, and then I'll give you guys a preview of what this will look like. So Iacon 13, I haven't properly given this a name yet, but this ideally is what I'm looking at, or what I'm looking forward to here. This is base price, by the way. This is what, for the prize pool, this is base. This actually has to go a little bit higher for my personal preference to compete with Bum. Because I've been studying him for years in order to properly assess how I wanted to do this for PC's first Pinnacle under my brand. And I know the price total that I want to go at for this, which means that I have to still do a little bit more. The target goal I'm going for here before this goes live is about 400 question mark. $400 I want to try and have this go for, and then that'll be perfect. I aim to have myself a whole set of commentators for you guys, just like what we had here now. Which also is why I kept promoting every icon to want to push new commentators. That way, each commentator gets to cultivate their own identity, and little by little, as they get comfortable, it's also easier for them to establish synergy with each other. So, inadvertently, I don't have to go looking for commentary later. It's something that people just want to do because it's something fun to do. For this one, I'm going to try and see if I can hire a commentator, and I'm going to see if I can find one of my regulars. If KLB is around, hopefully I can also have him for this one. I've been trying to reach out to people like CD Mangaga and Posey and Chris Matrix to see if they want to help with being a commentator for this. I may or may not set aside something just in case I may need to pay those guys. So money, 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 money. Holy crap. But I aim to have it worth it. Cenizen's live now. All right, hang on. Let me finish up. What's going on, Unc? Wait a minute, Lord Identity. Wait a minute, Big Daddy Blue Balls? And pause? So, to reiterate, when's the next tournament? Oh, I'm actually just going to get ready to tell that now before I get ready to hit this raid button. Is to follow me on my socials for Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Twitter, Blue Sky, and are usually like my most active right now these days. So those are my best ways to hit me up. Or you can also follow my official hub world at iaconbattlecircuit.startgg, which is down below. The next tournament I have coming up is going to be for PlayStation 5 next Saturday or Sunday. When's the 18th? 18th is Saturday. That's going to be day one of Ultimate Burst in the background. So next Saturday is going to be the PlayStation 5 for Dragon Ball FighterZ. Sunday, I haven't decided if I want to do anything just yet because Ultimate Burst is happening for the community, so I'm on call in case Globku or Avatar Yaya need me for something. So they just said to just call me. Try to have the follow-up EU focus point for Road to Iacon. Because I haven't heard anything yet from my contacts for Uni or Melty Blood, so until they say something, I'm not going to do anything just yet. Alright, on that notion, I'm going to go on ahead and send this on over to D'Angel. I appreciate you guys taking the time to sit and enjoy the evening here. I enjoyed it with all of you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed it with me. I really appreciate it. And it's nice I also had all the equipment here updated and whatnot on PC. That way I can actually see the community eye to eye on a more productive manner, just like what I do during my podcast segments, right? You guys take care. I send you my love. Iacon goes off the radar for the time being. You always know where to find me. Until all are one.
I actually prefer fighting her more than like Yasuo Echo.
Oh shit, hey Rod. Hey, thanks for the raid, dude. Big 16? Holy crap. Why isn't the thing playing?
Hey, Cenizen,
what's up,
what
guys?
it do?
How's the tournament?
Stream.
Hey. Oh, hey.
That's not downloaded yet.